Good evening from Washington. I'm Haiti Adams Fitzpatrick. This is Africa 54. Vincent McCory is off today. Ghanaians head to the polls Wednesday to vote in the country's presidential and parliamentary elections. President John Mahama, who has been in office for 4 years, is asking for a second term. He faces his toughest challenge from Nana Akufo-Addo, who leads the new Patriotic Party. At the center of this election, the economy. Ghana is suffering amid high inflation, rising public debt, and frequent power cuts that have gone on for 3 years now. Akufo-Addo says his party can revive Ghana's economy. He's accusing the ruling National Democratic Congress of worsening the plight of Ghanaians. In his final push for re-election, President Mahama said Ghanaians have a simple choice to make: to stay the course and consolidate the gains he says the country has made over the last 4 years, or choose, as he put it, stifled growth and a new course. Well, VOA's Peter Clotty is in Ghana's capital of Accra and joins us on the phone right now. Peter, good evening. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us, what is the mood there this evening?
Well, the mood is somber right now after both parties had their final campaign rally in Accra, respectively. The new Patriotic Party, the main opposition party, had theirs at the Trade Fair site 2 days ago, followed by the National Democratic Congress at the Accra Sports Stadium in Ghana. Both parties attracted a lot of their supporters that came all across the country because that was the final campaign ahead of the election. Today, by law, no party is expected or allowed to campaign. This is the time prospective voters are allowed to marinate over all these promises and campaign promises made over these months. So tomorrow they go to the polls to choose the new president and the new parliament.
Now, Peter, we know that the economy has, of course, been a focal point of this election. What is really at stake for Ghanaians this time round?
Well, what a lot of Ghanaians speak about is corruption or perception of corruption. Most Ghanaians agree that John Mahama has put in a lot of work when it comes to infrastructural development. However, the main opposition party, the new Patriotic Party, the PPP, the Progressive People's Party of Pakistan, accuse the government of inflating the prices of these infrastructural projects, and these money go into their pocket. And that is why they accuse the MPs of mismanaging the economy and not putting in measures that will boost the economy, that will create jobs for the youth. And that is the frustration that their supporters have been expressing since I got here.
Peter, very, very briefly, what is President Mahama up against in Nana Akufo-Addo?
Well, he faces a stiff competition from Nana Akufo-Addo, who was a former foreign minister, Minister of Justice and Attorney General, and he is vying for the third time. For the past couple of years, any candidate that vies for the third time, they are sometimes lucky on the third try. So that is what Nana Akufo-Addo is hoping. But John Mahama said his work speaks out for him and he's going to be victorious.
Peter, thank you very much. VOA's Peter Clotty there, reporting from Accra, Ghana. Now, Ghanaians are hoping for free, fair and peaceful elections. About 8,000 observers will be stationed across the country. Peter Clotty again spoke to 3 of those election observers ahead of tomorrow's vote.
Okay, the training today is teaching us or discussing what we as election observers should do on the day of elections. So basically it's going to cover 3 aspects, i.e. the opening of the ballot box when you actually start with the elections, and then the election itself, i.e. the voting itself, and then finally the counting, the closing, exactly what processes we should do, what we should look out for.
We are monitoring women. We need more women to be in the capacity to do that job. So that's why majority of those being trained to be observers are women. Just a handful are men.
CODEO is a group made up of 42 organizations that have come together to observe elections domestically in this country. Our aim is actually to complement the efforts of the Electoral Commission to make sure we have transparency, integrity, and honesty to the process.